Yes, welcome back to MTA 360. So, this video is particularly on one topic, Madueke to Arsenal for 50 million. Is it worth it? Any Arsenal fan can say it is not at all worth it. To be fair, for a backup player and a 50 million, and that too from a rivals Chelsea, funding them when they have a lot of uh, like uh, bills from UEFA, FA, and everything. We are funding them and benefiting them. No, not at all. So I would say that is an idiotism from our board members, management, or Arteta. It is high time now we start blaming Arteta for these kind of signings. Let me make the stream a more interesting one by adding a Chelsea fan with us. So welcoming Srikant bro from Chelsea current channel. Hi bro.
Hey man,
Hello.
what's up?
Yep,
I'm good.
all
I'm good.
good, all good. It's not well and good for Arsenal fans because of the Madueke signing. I hope you guys are enjoying the transfer news and everything. Especially one thing is, congratulations for being in the final of that so-called Club World Cup now.
Thank you so
So,
much.
and let's jump on to Madueke. What do you want to say? You want to troll? What are you so happy?
No, from my perspective, so I was doing this video in my Chelsea Current channel, which is in Malayalam language, and I was
Yep.
speaking about this Madueke transfer, and I mentioned, listen, we need to ask Arsenal somewhere close to 60 million pounds. That was my statement. That's my statement, and the point is, if Arsenal doesn't sign for 60 million pounds, that's fine because we have the player, we have the contract. He's not on enormous wages like Raheem Sterling or even Ben Chilwell, so that's fine. So we have the contract with us. However, Arsenal will be stupid enough to spend anything north of 40 or 45 million. Right now, when I said that, a lot of Chelsea fans obviously started, making comments and saying that, are you crazy? Noni Madueke is not that expensive. Even Chelsea fans, I'm not speaking about Arsenal fans. Are you crazy? Noni Madueke is not worth it. Even if we get 40 million, we are lucky. He's not even worth 35 million. So people started evaluating Madueke from the perspective of just a player and the output he's given to Chelsea. But in reality, football doesn't work like that. Football works on the basis of contract, basis of salary, basis of player age, and now Elanga goes to Newcastle and he's charged 55 million. Mohamed Kudus, 55 million. Now Chelsea said, hold on, there is a potential for Madueke. Let me ask 55 million. And for all what's worth, Arsenal is so dumb enough to come with an opening bid of 50 million pound including add-ons, which plays perfectly into Chelsea hands, because if the opening bid was 40 million plus 5 million add-on, I would have said this deal is not going to happen. But when the opening bid is 50 million plus add-ons and Chelsea is demanding 50 million including add-ons, and Chelsea is demanding a slightly upperwards of 50 million fixed plus add-ons, there is a massive probability that this deal could happen. And with Noni Madueke already agreeing the personal terms with Arsenal, I think this is even more crazy. So, in all honesty, for a backup player or a player whom you don't think is going to start regularly, bidding for that amount looks absolutely stupid right now. Is it going to pay off in the long run? That's something that you don't know. But at this moment, on paper, it's an absolutely poor decision on the price factor. I wouldn't say it's a poor decision on the player factor, but on the price factor, definitely yes.
So there are multiple reasons for my rage for this. One is he is considered as the backup for Saka.
Hmm.
Player Archta will start no matter what. He'll be the starter. He'll play 80, 85 minutes. That has been the history that he's been doing.
Hmm.
We know Arteta making like stupid decisions on Neto, or maybe that is
Hmm.
Edu's problem.
Hmm.
I don't care. And from many years, we know Arteta will play a player continuously, even though he can be rotated or something. One
Hmm.
biggest factor is there is a contract discussion going on between Arsenal and Venieri, who can
Yeah.
be a potential backup for Arteta, like
Hmm.
Saka,
Hmm.
right? Considering that point and considering Jokeres signing is yet to be completed, Left wing is yet to be addressed. Eze's deal yet to be addressed in that perspective. Madueke's deal is stupid enough to be done for 50 million. I would say a player with 29 million pound when you bought him, and 10 goals per assist, I guess last season he had, right? The best
Yep.
performance was his hat trick against
Mm-hmm.
Wolves, I guess I remember.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best performance I can remember from him. Giving him
Mm-hmm.
50 million without even having another club to contest, that is stupid enough to be justified. What is Arteta thinking about this? I
Yeah.
would say
I mean,
this is completely from Arteta rather than anyone else, is what I feel.
look at Kai Havertz deal. You paid us what, 62 million pounds for Kai
Yeah,
Havertz, for somebody
yeah,
who's not contributed very well. Has he been decent? Yes, he's been decent for Arsenal. Has he been substituting well for Arsenal? The answer is yes. But is he an out and out goal scorer that you need? The answer is no. Same thing for Noni Madueke. Is he a decent player? Definitely he's a decent player. Is he a good backup? Absolutely, he's a solid backup. He does all the things right. So Noni Madueke, because I watch him day in and day out, he does everything right. So he takes the ball, he dribbles, he moves into the penalty box. He's a good one-on-one dribbler. He doesn't mind taking on players. Penalty box penetration, everything is fine. But that final moment, the question of whether I should pass or whether I should shoot, he goes for a shot, and that's fine, but his conversion rate is very, very poor. Now, he could be a potentially explosive player this season, because that's what I was hoping for Noni Madueke, because if he played regular minutes, I thought he could explode because he's been there in the Premier League for 2 years. He's still young. He's not gone into his prime. So there is definitely a potential in him. But for him, he should move into a team that gives him regular game time. Chelsea is not going to give him regular game time. Arsenal is not going to give him regular time. He should have moved to Newcastle, where he gave him regular game time so that he can consistently play all that 85, 90 minutes. And he is someone who doesn't like to get be substituted. He will show that in the he'll show that attitude in the ground. He's not somebody who likes to be substituted. So for a player like that, willingly going to play as a backup to Saka, or here is my question: has Arteta promised him a role in the left wing? If that is the case, then Noni Madueke would have said, you know what, probably I don't mind that, or probably I can even play in the role of Odegaard. Saka is going to play there. So,
nah.
what convinced Noni Madueke? I'm not sure. What convinced Arsenal to play 50 million plus to Chelsea? I'm not sure. But what convinced Chelsea to ask for that amount? I think I'm sure, because the contract, the age, the salary, and the current Kudus and Elanga, I think is what Chelsea has asked, and Arsenal has beautifully fell into the trap of paying up that price.
Yeah, so in terms of Chelsea management and everything, you didn't have to be convinced. We gave you the option. Just take it off. That is what it happened right now, to be fair. Like, there would not have been this much rage within Arsenal fans if the Jokeres, the Rodrigo situation may be like taking a long time if we are going to do it or something. If Eze's deal was about to be done and Jokeres was done, this
Then
would
this would
not
make
have
sense.
been
Yeah, yeah,
that much of a problem.
right.
And when if Venieri had signed the contract and Jokeres done deal, here we go thing had happened, this would not have been much of a case. But when you have your primary signing yet to be done, which was promised from January, and still yet not been done, and next week is our preseason which is going to start, what can you say? It is dumb, idiotic. Like, I
No, I
don't
think
have
I
much
think
words for
I think
this.
there's definitely a lack of clarity on what really needs to be done with
Yeah,
Arsenal squad building. There's a lot of signings. There is Michael Marino, there is Subamendi, there is Calafiori, there is all those signings, which is fantastic. It just increases your squad depth in terms of midfield and defense. But the primary concern of having an attacker and a left winger is still to be addressed. That's not yet addressed. A lot of discussions going around within Sesko. That seems to be expensive. If Sesko is expensive, then Noni Madueke from that context is doubly as expensive.
sure.
So when you're not addressing those main concerns, see, I'm not going to boast just because I'm a Chelsea fan. We have all been critical about Chelsea for the last two summer transfer windows, or even three summer transfer windows. We have players like David Washington, Leslie Ogochukwu, whom some of the players we don't even know where they are or what they're doing at this moment.
Yeah,
And even then, look at this transfer window. We went to Brighton. We said, listen, we need Joao Pedro. We went on a Saturday morning. We came back with Joao Pedro on Saturday evening. or a Sunday
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
24 hours, the deal is done.
yeah,
Jamie Gittins, Dortmund said, listen, we need this much. We said, I can't give you this much. Let's speak after Club World Cup. Fair enough, 48 million pounds plus 3 or 5 million add on, deal done. Delap,
yeah,
30 million, deal done. I
yeah,
mean, I got to appreciate the board for the efficiency that they have displayed, especially for this transfer window. That's been fantastic. So we have addressed what we need to be addressing. What Arsenal, the whole world knows, Arsenal is going to go for Arsenal has to win a title this season. There's no
yeah.
question. There's no ifs and buts about it. You
No.
have to win the title, or you will be the laugh of the town or the talk of the town. Then
Yeah.
what do you need for to win the title? You need a striker up front. Is Arteta going to bet on Kai Havertz again, or is he still being patient, or is he saying let the deal happen? We have enough time. Lot of questions. Fair enough, but you are signing for a player which you don't even need in the first place.
Yeah, yeah, the problem is it was started like July 1st. It is the month where Arsenal is going to do the business. First thing. Second thing is they mentioned the primary target is Jokeres or Sesko, the striker target. And now we have seen reports saying that there is a 5 million gap between the Jokeres deal that we offered them and what they want. It's like 65 plus 10 add-ons is what we offered them, and 70 plus 10 is what they want from their end, which is the gap which Arsenal is taking so much time to pay. And here you see 50 million for a backup player who is not sure how many minutes he's gonna get, because there is a giant in the name of Saka playing in the right wing. If Arteta is giving him a promise that he's gonna play in the left wing, that's the end of my streaming situation or Arsenal's career, Arsenal supporting time supporting Arteta. That's it. That is done. Even if Madueke performs, okay, that is the later part, longest run. But thinking about this, giving you hope, saying you will sign Rodrigo, that this and everything, and dropping to this level, I am like literally not at all happy. Like the problem is not with what Chelsea is doing. It's about the focus that we are giving on Chelsea players, like Sterling. You see Sterling, that what he has given to us, waste of time, waste of everything. And
Money.
then Willian, yeah, money, rather I would say it was a loan. You were paying more. That is a different case. But it was a waste of position that we could have. Like he was not utilized at all. He was not
Yeah,
worth utilizing at all
fair
at
enough. Yeah,
what he was doing. And second thing is, initially it was Willian, David Lewis, and all those things. So Czech, I would say he has done much better. David Lewis also, he has given something, like he was part of the FA Cup final and the winning team. So I was okay with that. But 65 million for Havertz, has he proven not worth it? No, he has proven something, but not worth 65 million yet. He has not
yeah.
done yet. 50 million for a backup, how many years will it take to prove it that he's worth that amount? Or will Arsenal be able to resell him more over 50 million? Never ever,
So
unless and
I mean,
until he's going to get
this is the problem. I don't know who's more stupid here. Is it Noni Madueke who's stupid enough to go into a team? Not I'm saying stupid enough to go into Arsenal, but go into any team as a backup because he needs to be a regular player. Is
yeah,
he making those decisions? I don't know what promise. So the question is, what promise has Arteta given him? That's a very interesting observation.
yeah,
And second thing is, I mean, why would you even want to focus on Noni Madueke in the first place?
yeah,
Like, yeah, Nwaneri, even if he doesn't sign a contract, if he wants to go for a loan, dude, pick up somebody else. Pick up somebody from a like from a Brazilian squad or from a Portuguese squad somewhere, but at a much lesser price, 15 to 20 million price.
yeah,
Put them in the team, give them a year's time, give them develop them. That's it. That's I mean, Noni Maduke is not your first choice player in any place. But here you go. I think we Chelsea fans are all having a wonderful time. Some of us are even willing to contribute extra 1 million each so that we can actually have them sold. Because Noni Madueke, well, I'll tell you, from a Chelsea fan perspective, he's somebody that we would love to be sold. Nicholas Jackson is another player. I mean, you need a striker, so there is one more player, Nicholas Jackson. You can sign him for 75 million.
yeah.
For you,
Seriously,
I'll give you a discount of 5 million, so 70
yeah,
million.
yeah,
Take him. So he's one player. I mean, among the two, Chelsea fans want Nicholas Jackson gone. and then Noni Madueke gone. But Noni Madueke, because of his final end product, and I still believe there is a potential player in him. He's still young, he's still raw. He's got 2 years of experience in Premier League. He is waiting to explore, which is all fantastic. But the club, everything just seems off. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to anyone. The only person it makes sense to is Arteta, and only he knows what the thought process is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The thing is, so with the logic that you mentioned earlier about Elanga and everything, Kudus and everything, Nicolas Pepe should have been sold for 120 million, I would say. 100 million or 120 million, because we bought him 70 million. And winger, with this logic, if you say, even if it's not his performance, he was in his prime that time, and he could have been sold for 100 million or 90 million. Like, that is not logical when you think about it, because he was bought for 70 million and he didn't perform well. So why, what idiotism you are saying? Same thing is, he has not performed well for Chelsea. You have seen what he has done for Chelsea in a Premier League situation itself. Considering him as a backup, okay, 2025, let's say highest 35 million, okay, that is worth his money. That's fine. 29 million they paid. He's young. 35 million we can pay that much. That is fine for a backup. It is all good. Having to have a backup, let's say for Saka, with 50 million, expecting less game time, it is idiotic from Madueke's perspective, because we should consider there is a World Cup coming in
Yeah.
now, and he would require an option to have it in the England squad, because
Yeah,
we
and
know.
he needs to play regularly. So that's what I mean. I'm quite surprised by the choice Madueke took. I'm rather than by what Arteta took. I'm really surprised by the choice that Madueke took. And I think one more mistake that probably Arsenal did was agreeing on a 5-year deal with Noni Madueke. So everybody knows he's happy. He want to go. So now
Yeah,
Chelsea is like Chelsea has all the cards. Arsenal want the player.
yeah,
Arsenal agreed terms with Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke wants to go to Arsenal. So Chelsea is like, you know what, brother? Guess what? Everyone is happy, but now pay us north of 50 million, and Arsenal is like, okay, fine, guess what, we will pay. I don't know. Honestly, some deals doesn't make sense. Like, for example, we made a lot of deals. We made a deal with Aston Villa for a player called Umari Kellyman, whom we have
yeah,
not yet seen. So maybe it's a PSR strategy. I don't know. Maybe Arsenal is helping out Chelsea for a PSR strategy. But why would you do that with Noni Madueke? You can do with
yeah,
maybe an academy player. So all in all,
yeah.
this doesn't make any sense. But guess what? I'm not complaining. I'm
Yeah,
a
see,
Chelsea fan.
like, I could have made sense. Like, it's not that Arteta. If Arteta wants him, okay, fine, I can understand.
But
If
for the
there
price, it
was
doesn't make
another,
sense.
no, if there was any other club fighting for this, we could have justified something down the line, saying
Right.
50 million, because they are fighting for it, and we want him as a player. Not even Al Nasser is coming for buying him, or maybe an Al Hilal or something. Not even a Saudi club or any other club is looking for him, and but still we are ready to negotiate that quickly, because like Arteta said, he wants signings before preseason and for a backup. Yeah,
So
it's funny.
here's the most interesting question. Is he be signed as a backup? Because everybody's saying it as a backup. But here's the most interesting question. Is he actually being signed as a backup?
God knows.
Yeah.
God knows Arteta's plans yet now. It's like
That's exactly the
it's
problem. So
so
everybody
confusing now.
looks at him as a Saka's backup, but Noni Madueke wouldn't want to play as a Saka's backup because he would say, "Listen, I am as capable as Saka, whether we accept it or not." He might believe that, and now he's going. I'm sure he's not going to sign as a backup for Saka. So there is something that's going on that's promised to Noni Madueke. Some discussions has been going on that you might be playing here, you might be playing there. So we don't know. I mean, you got to wait for the Premier League to start to actually see what's going to happen with the team.
Yeah. Let's move out from Madueke, because I am losing my temper on that. Let's talk about the Club World Cup. Yeah. What do you feel? First Club World Cup that is happening. You are into the finals. Yeah. How is the atmosphere? Because I've not got that much chance to watch a lot of games in the Club World Cup. So, is it competitive? How is the refereeing decision? Heard that it is not that great in the first edition.
No, I think this Club World Cup has definitely had its own problems. The climatic conditions have been hot. The time with which the games have been played has been ridiculously stupid. You play at 3 p.m. at US time so that the Europeans can watch the game. So the conditions have been bad. It's really hot. The ticket sales have not been skyrocketing. There's definitely been crowd coming in. So that's absolutely all right. But the competition has not gathered its steam. But
Yeah,
and that's because it's the first edition. So a lot of learnings for FIFA from this particular season, and after 4 years when they're going to do it again, I'm sure there's going to be much more hype because at this point the amount of money Chelsea has earned from the World Cup is become such a big news that every club for the next Club World Cup will know what's going to happen, how
yeah,
much money, and that money is going to something that's motivating. And now that we are in the finals, everybody's like, "Hold on, this is not a preseason anymore. This is like a
yeah.
serious tournament." Man City got knocked out just like
By
that.
Al Hilal.
Yeah, Inter got knocked out. So it's not Chelsea's fault that Manchester City and Inter got knocked out. So we did get the easy side of the draw. We didn't have to face the Bayerns and the Reals and the PSGs to get into the final. But again, it's not our fault that
Yeah,
Botafogo defeated PSG. It's not our fault that Benfica defeated Bayern Munich, and we defeated Benfica for that matter. So we defeated the
yeah,
team that defeated Bayern. We defeated the team that defeated Manchester City and defeated by Fulminese. So it's not been a luck for a favor. I mean, we did our job well. We've been playing really well, and the money has been flowing in. Everybody is seeing there is a huge potential uptick in terms of commercials. So while this World Cup is definitely a stepping stone, I think the next one after 4 years definitely going to be focused a lot more. There's going to be a lot more hype around it. But this one, yeah, I mean, Chelsea fans, we're happy. If we win the Club World Cup, we get a golden badge to be worn for the next 4 years. We get an additional 40 million. Total earning is going to be fantastic. Financial fair play is done. So, so damn, man, we're really, really happy for it.
yeah, yeah. The thing is, in terms of the preseason and the upcoming Premier League season, how does this affect the players? Like, they have been playing after the season, they have been playing the Club World Cup now, slowly into the preseason and Premier League. Regarding the injury concerns or anything like that for the upcoming season, not on the long term purpose, this every
See,
4 years that I know, but yeah,
we're gonna play our first game against, I think, in Stamford Bridge on August 8th. So Sunday is the final. So we don't have a lot of gap between the season. So maybe it might affect, but thankfully we have a squad depth.
yeah,
Joao Pedro, Jamie Gittins, they're all new. Um, Esau Willian is new. Santos is new to the team. Esugo is a defensive midfield cover for Caicedo. He is
yeah,
new to the team. Delap is new to the team. So they have not had much games per se. So the players that are going to seriously get affected by this exhaustive uh, season is going to be Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Kukurea, and Levi Colville. So for me, these are the four players that are going to seriously get affected. But we have backup for all these players. We have backup for Caicedo, Enzo. Except for Kukurea, we have enough backups and enough depth.
yeah,
So again, honestly, in all honesty, we have Champions League coming in next season, so that's going to be in depth. Uh, Only by the end of December, we'll actually get to know what's the cost that we had to pay for this World Cup. Because
yeah,
if by the end of December we're going to have a lot of injuries and that's going to affect our tournament, then we say, hold on, the Club World Cup was too much. But playing in a hot and humid country, it does affect your body in different ways. So in all honesty, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till December to really understand what the impact of Club World Cup has been to teams like Chelsea and even PSG for that matter,
yeah.
or Real.
So yeah. Anyways, happy for you for being into the finals, and happy it is like, I guess this is the gift that Arsenal is giving you by taking Madueke from you for the Club World Cup. That is what all I can say right now for this episode. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so
uh,
much. It was
and
fun having
this is
being here.
by the way, just to let you know, this is our new English podcast channel, which is MTA 360, which is our sub channel for Mallu Talks Arsenal. So we'll parallelly run our Malayalam regional language, and this is for the English audience. So hopefully we'll be catching you up in more and more videos in our channel. The banters, trolls against the Arsenal Chelsea rivalry as always. So hopefully we'll see you more once the season starts, or maybe once you win the Club World Cup, or hopefully you don't win. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
No problem. So that was it, guys. So even Chelsea fans are shocked. Chelsea fans are uh, so happy that we are buying Madueke from them. I am out of words, losing my temper. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.